So again, thank you for returning. We've been speaking about the fourth chapter of Healing America's Narratives, the chapter on Native American history, and more specifically, in the last episode, we introduced the 1830 Indian Removal Act, which coerced Native American tribes living east of the Mississippi River to move west of that body of water, where they would then have full access to their own lands in perpetuity. In other words, that they'd never have to worry about the white people again, which obviously didn't happen. The term Trail of Tears is perhaps the most well-known phrase that attempts to depict these times, generally speaking, but it refers more specifically to the 1838 removal of the Cherokee Nation, where some almost 3,000 refugees were forced to travel about 1,200 miles by steamboat, and another almost 13,000 refugees were forced to travel by foot and wagon for over 2,000 miles over three different routes. About 7% of them died during the journey, and another 2,500 of them died in holding camps due to various causes, which included disease, exposure, starvation, and other things that we're familiar with now, looking at some war-torn areas on the planet in 2022, with millions of refugees, dying for various reasons. Estimates, stepping back now away from the Cherokee story to the larger story of Indian removal, estimates put the total number of Indians removed at about 100,000, with about 15,000 of them dying in the process. If we go back to Rabbi Mark Gilman's language after the September 11th attacks, what we're basically saying is that a child, a woman, or a man was forced to leave his or her home 100,000 times in the 1830s, travel hundreds of miles by foot, horse, wagon, or steamboat in horrible conditions. And one of those women or children or men died 15,000 times in the process. So this was again attributable to the 1830 Indian Removal Act, opening up all of the lands east of the Mississippi River by getting rid of the indigenous peoples and allowing the white settler slavers and landowner politicians to then farm the lands using slaves to do the work. So again, we're looking at the shadow of the United States here. All right. So thank you again for staying with us, and I'll see you the next time.